continuing the Northshore Holiday Toy Drive in locations all across the North Shore once again this year, doing a little bit differently because we have lost our broadcast radio partner, Northshore 104.9. We want to thank them for their years of work with us, but we're moving to a new format, but we're still keeping the mission alive of helping kids in the holiday season. And right now, we're in downtown Lawrence at the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce. They have long been a partner through the indomitable Joe Bevilacqua and his efforts, and he's hosting us here again today. We wish you could be here with us because Joe, as usual, brought food. He's got donuts and coffee, but most importantly, there's good holiday spirit in this room, and we're all doing this for one reason: to make a brighter holiday season for kids and families all across the North Shore than they would otherwise have. And we really need you. The demand is high this year. We're a little bit lagging in donations, so we need to increase those. We want you to, of course, bring a toy, a new unwrapped toy, or a gift card, or cash. You can do that right here at the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce at 264 Essex Street in Lawrence, Massachusetts. But you can also go to our website, the one that you're watching right now, www.northshoreholidaytoydrive.org, and you will find a description of all of the charities that we're working with, and we make it so easy. In most cases, you just have to click on a link and you can make a donation. You don't have to leave your house. You can be in the comfort of your own home, but what you can do is send a powerful message to kids and families that we care about them, and that's a message that's as important now as it has ever been. So we're going to talk to a number of folks here. We've got a great group at the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce, and one of our first folks that we're going to talk to is State Representative Trom Wynn, who was with us last year and has been a great supporter in the past and is on our website with a video that she sent us. But Trom, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Senator. Thank you to Joe and Mike and everyone at the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce and of the amazing partners. And we know we can always count on the Merrimack Valley Central Labor Council as well as just everyone in the community to contribute to this season of giving. It is so important for us to be able to come together to give these kids a great holiday season. And so we hope that you would consider coming in with a toy, a gift card, whatever you can give in this season of giving so that we can give them the holiday season that they deserve. And I'm just so excited to be with you here yet again in this new format to give to the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Haverhill. And we're just so excited to be in this partnership and continuing partnership through the holiday season as we collect toys, food, and other basic necessities to give the resources to all those who are in need in our community. So thank you once again for having us here, along with the partners of United Way. We can't forget them either. Just such great community partners, and I'm excited to continue this tradition year after year.
Well, we're so happy to have you, and Trom, you're so right. This is about partnership. This is about people working together. And it is so important because that's the way that we can make a difference. And we're so happy that you're here. I know you're busy. I know how busy a legislator is, but you made the time to come here. And I want to ask, is there any kind of special holiday greeting you want to give to folks that are out there watching?
Oh, absolutely. I wish everyone a wonderful holiday and a great Happy New Year. Lots of food and family time.
Fantastic. And why don't you remind them once again what they need to do?
Well, the North Shore Holiday Toy Drive, you can go on that website or you can just drop it off at 264 Essex Street in Lawrence.
And you can see the table here is filling up. It's fantastic.
When do we get to play with some of these with the kids?
You and I are showing great restraint because we love to do that, but we're not going to do it, at least not on camera. So, but again, Representative, thank you so much. And it's great to partner with you at the State House, and it's great to partner with you here.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much.
Thanks for asking me to be a part of this. I'm excited.
Well, we're happy to have you here. So, Tom Reich.
Yeah.
Again, not an unfamiliar face to all of us.
We did it last year.
From the Central Labor Council, the AFL-CIO, and you all are always doing things to help the community. And at this time of year, that's particularly important. And we really appreciate you getting involved with us.
It's really worked out great. And thank you, State Senator Tarr and Trom Wynn. It's just the partnership between us and the Merrimack Valley Chamber is pretty unique. And it goes back a little ways. And, of course, with Cal Williams. But the partnership between Labor and the Chamber, we've done a lot of food drives. We've done one of the biggest things was a diaper drive. And I know we've talked about that, Senator, about diapers and how it's needed. But the toys, getting the Labor guys together to help with the toy drive just excites all the guys and the girls in the Labor Council. And the partnership with the Chamber just brings it all together, and it's really special.
Well, you know, Tom, you definitely helped to pull it all together and coordinate it, and it is important to see, again, the chamber, the AFL-CIO.
You're right.
We all have one goal here.
Right.
And I think the important thing for people watching is you can be part of it. You can join with the AFL-CIO. You can join with the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce. You can join with the legislative delegation from the region. And what it's all about is really just making a brighter holiday season for a child that's out there right now that needs us. And the AFL-CIO is stepping up to the plate, and
Right.
we really appreciate that. And Tom, I know a lot of people get excited when they get to go buy a toy. Is that true for the laborers?
Oh,
If they're out
yeah,
there
yeah.
buying the toys?
Yeah. All of a sudden, these guys are buying Tonka trucks. They remember when they were kids. But it really is, you know, it's all about different groups coming together for the common good.
Absolutely.
And it's just so special, especially this time of year. And I want to thank Joe and everybody in the Chamber and the Labor Council for help bringing this together. And the United Way.
No question about it, and it's a great partnership, and the United Way does so much good throughout the year, but again, a particular focus on it right now, and Representative Wynn and I would remind folks, don't forget, it's almost the end of the year, so if you're thinking about your tax situation, that's another reason to make a contribution. I had to get that in. But Tom, it's really interesting, so folks are getting out of a real-life construction vehicle and going out and buying a Tonka truck.
Getting the toy that they remember as a kid.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
bring that same joy they had to maybe a young man themselves, you know.
Well, we really appreciate the
Oh,
work
thank
that
you.
all of you do every day, but certainly right now. And again, I want to give you a chance. Do you want to say something, a holiday greeting to the
Yeah,
folks?
holiday greeting from the Merrimack Valley Central Labor Council, our President Paul Georges. I just want to wish everyone a happy holiday, and thank you for all you're doing as far as help making some young child special, his Christmas a little bit special because of the gifts that we're giving out. And holidays to all those involved, and holidays to all our friends in the Labor Council and the Chamber. Thank you.
What a great spokesman. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
So we now want to turn to talk to folks from the Chamber and talk about, again, that partnership before we get to some of the folks who are going to benefit from some of this giving. But Mike Bevilacqua, thank you for hosting us. You greeted me at the door. It was wonderful.
Yes.
And I don't believe that I had ever been here before. Usually your father is having me come out to some breakfast somewhere in the Merrimack Valley as the
Early
sun
in the morning,
rises.
early in the morning.
Yeah, the sun rises and I'm seeing Joe Bevilacqua, and he's usually got a spatula in his hand because he's making eggs for everybody. But it's great to be here with you and here at the Chamber. And tell us a little bit about where we are right now and what this location is and what it means.
Yeah, Senator Tarr, I just want to say thank you. What better way to have your first meeting here at the Merrimack Valley Chamber office than for a great holiday toy drive. And we just want to say thank you to you. Thank you, Representative Wynn, for your leadership right here in the Merrimack Valley. And, you know, we want to say thank you to our partners as well, the Merrimack Valley Central Labor Council, the United Way of the Merrimack Valley as well. What better team could we ask for? You know, we started our year with food drives, a diaper drive. We have the turkey Thanksgiving handout as well. And then to conclude the year with this toy drive, we just want to say thank you to them for the continued support and the continued partnership as well. So as you mentioned, we're right here in Lawrence, the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce office. We said, what better place to have this toy drive? You know, we have members in Andover, North Andover, Lawrence, Methuen, Haverhill, and beyond. And this is a great way to celebrate right here. You know, to us, these are just toys, but to the children they're going to go to, they are so much more. And we want to thank our other partners right here, the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Haverhill. You know, this is December, we're going to be giving out toys, but each and every day of the year, they are there for the children. Without them, they have nowhere to turn, so we just want to say thank you to them. Again, thank you to each and every one of you for your support. You know, we had no radio station this year, but Senator Tarr, you said we're going to go forward with it, and it's amazing turnout, and we just want to say thank you again.
Well, thank you so much, Mike. And you know, what this proves is that people on the North Shore and the Merrimack Valley, they're incredibly generous.
Yes.
And if we kept this going, we knew that people would respond, and they are responding. But we want to make sure that they know they can still do that, so they can still come here.
Yes.
You can go to our website. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet, NorthshoreHolidayToyDrive.org. But Mike, they can come by and still drop off toys.
Anytime our office is open, drop off, as you mentioned, toys, cash, gift cards, whatever it might be. The office is open, 264 Essex Street in Lawrence, and we're open for toys and donations.
Now, there's a rumor if you bring a toy or a gift card or cash, that you can actually get a signature from Joe Bevilacqua. You can get an autograph. Is that true?
Forget Santa. You get an autograph from Joe Bevilacqua.
Well, It's been said before that some people confuse Santa with Joe. I think the difference is that Santa comes through the chimney and Joe comes through the front door. So there's a bit of a difference there. But so you can confirm that you could get an autograph from Joe Bevilacqua.
Or coffee.
Yeah, he might give you a donut and coffee as well. So.
Fantastic. All right, so we're gonna turn now to some of the folks that are benefiting from these contributions, and right now we're gonna hear from Cal Williams from the United Way. Cal's a little bit under the weather, but that didn't stop him from joining us through the miracle of technology. So we're really happy to have him here, and Joe's operating as his audio technical assistant, so that's a great thing.
Another job in addition to
Yeah, another job.
many
Cal, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Good morning, Senator. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, Cal. Thank you so much for joining us by phone. We're sorry you can't be with us in person, but we look forward to the day when you can join us again.
I most certainly will. I'm very disappointed I wasn't able to come. I got wet last Sunday in the snow, and that's why I sound like a frog this morning. But anyway, every year, each and every year, we've always, my wife and I, we always participated and get the toys. And this year, we're excited. I have a trunk full of toys right now. I was hoping to drop off, but I will definitely get them up into the Boys and Girls Club in Haverhill, hopefully as early as a Monday afternoon, and to just to say hello and just to see the kids and the smile on their faces. I've been. If you remember last year, my wife and I, we got the unicorns. Remember the unicorns last year? We had fun with.
Cal, those unicorns are legendary.
I know, we couldn't find them this year. We looked everywhere. Those plush toys and unicorns, we couldn't find them this year. So we got a couple bags full of other goodies anyway. So I think the kids will enjoy it.
Well, no doubt about it. And that's what they say about unicorns. Finding one is very, very rare. So we don't want to diminish what you did last year, Cal. And some people say sighting Joe Bevilacqua is like seeing a unicorn, but it's not always true because Joe is everywhere.
But it's an exciting time of year, just to see the expressions on the youngsters' faces. That's one thing my wife and I, we miss now. All our kids are grown. We got 2 grandkids, but it's the pitter-patter of feet running down that hallway 2 o'clock in the morning to see what Santa left them, and especially when you just got in bed at 1 o'clock and then coming down the hallway at 2 o'clock, But it's a fun time. We believe in giving back to the community. As a senior director for United Way, we're always in the field. We're always working with our agencies and our partners and our Chamber of Commerce. So the Merrimack Valley Chamber has been a big partner of ours for years, and I'm glad that we're able they were able to host this year, and to just to participate. Just give back to the community, give back to the kids is what it's all about. So.
Cal, there's no doubt about it, and you are a great spokesperson for the United Way, and obviously we want you to be with us, but the first and most important thing is we want you to take care of your health so that, when you get better, we expect you to be out there unicorn hunting again, and, we have high hopes, but we won't hold it against you if you don't find another one, but if you need help getting that trunk full of toys up here, we've got a gentleman with a sleigh who's pretty good at moving toys, so you just let us know and we'll help with that, but Cal, we've been talking a little bit off camera and off air about the need this year and the fact that even though the economy is doing better and we're starting to get out of all the hardship that COVID-19 has caused, there is still a lot of need out there, and I suspect that you're seeing that at the United Way, and I'm hoping you can speak to that just a little bit.
So much so, Senator. We had even this past year, we did the Thanksgiving project. All started with our Thanksgiving project, and we were down at the South Boston Convention Center, and we put together a Thanksgiving project here that provided over 74,000 individuals this year, okay, just for Thanksgiving, okay, just so they can, start the Christmas season off with a smile, all right, and there's such a need out there, and from all indicators, it's going to be a tough winter, okay, and we're looking at that, and hopefully we can, be there for the community and our community agency partners. Everything from fuel assistance to food assistance. We continue to do food drives. from year to date, our United Way, we've raised over 205,000 pounds of food. Okay, it's just such a need out there, and I think it's going to get better before it gets worse. So as a community, we got to come together. We got to pull all of our systems and see if we can make a serious dent. And just short-term goals. Let's get through this winter first, and then we can look at probably the spring and summer. So we got our work cut out.
Very well said, Cal. And we want to remind folks that on our website, NorthshoreHolidayToyDrive.org, the United Way logo and information is there, and people can click on the website, on the link, to make a contribution that way, in addition to bringing toys here to the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce at 264 Essex Street. So we want to make sure people know it couldn't be easier, but it couldn't be more important. So we want to make sure people know that. And Cal, we appreciate the United Way supplying us with all that information so that we can get the word out, and we want to make sure people know, number one, it's not too late to contribute, and number two, the United Way needs our support all year round.
Thank you. You're exactly right. I really appreciate that, Senator. And I hope to see you soon. We get our government affairs our programs together, and hope to see you soon. And we need to. One of the other crises that we need to sit down and talk about is homelessness and housing. Okay.
Absolutely.
Right now, that's at the forefront. So we will connect.
So Representative Wynn and I are here in a representative capacity, and our entire legislative delegation is interested in the issue of housing. We know we need to do better, and we look forward to working with that. And Cal, I just want to let you know, if it makes you feel any better, that about 8 inches away from the phone right now on this incredible table of toys, there is a unicorn. So
All right, so all is not lost.
So Cal, we do look forward to seeing you, and we know in terms of government affairs that Joe Bevilacqua and the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce has some sort of an event going on approximately one every 3 days. So I know we're going to get a chance to see each other, and I know Joe's going to tell us about all those things over time. But Cal, right now, number one, we want to wish you a good health and hope that you get better. We want to wish you a very happy holiday season. We want you to keep us posted if we can help move the toys, and we want to give you a chance to give everyone your holiday greeting through the miracle of technology here today.
Ask him how many years he's been married.
Well, I really appreciate that, and I just want to wish everyone a happy holiday season, and this make this a joyful season. We got a lot of work ahead of us. We got to roll up our shirt sleeves and get this done. We got to get through this, and together we can get through this together. Okay. And but just so right now, it's all about the kids. It's all about the fun time. It's all about the smiling faces. So
No doubt about it. And Cal, we just had a question come from the audience. Speaking about persistence and working together, how long have you been married?
57 years.
Wow, unbelievable.
57 years this past August, with the grace of God. Yeah.
So we're so happy for Representative Wynn, who recently got married. So she's listening to this and she's taking notes.
Yeah, what is the secret, Cal?
Say yes.
So, I married my high school sweetheart. I honestly think if it hadn't been for her, I'd probably still be in high school. So.
Cal, what's your wife's name?
Pam.
All right. Well, we want to give a big shout out to Pam and say thanks to her as well. So
I'm sure she's the one picking out all the toys.
So Cal, thanks again, and we look forward to continuing to work with you.
Thank you so much, Senator, and I wish you and yours a happy holiday, and we'll put our heads together soon.
Absolutely.
Okay?
We look forward to that.
Together we'll get through this. We'll get through this. Thank you.
Listen, Cal, if we can find a unicorn, there's nothing we can't do. So, again, turning to one of our partner organizations that's going to benefit from all this giving is the Boys and Girls Clubs. And, it's interesting to think about. Today it's a little bit of a gray day out there. The rain's coming down. It's a little bit chilly. We hear we might get some snow. We don't know if we're going to get snow. But one thing we do know is that the Boys and Girls Clubs, there's a great place that's a hub of activity with all kinds of programming. And even on this gray, rainy day, it's a great place for people to go, for our kids and our students to go and to be able to not only have an enjoyable time, but also learn about life and learn skills and do all kinds of things. And I'm not going to try to describe it any more than that because we've got two great people here to talk about that for us. And so, Javier, thank you so much for being with us. And first of all, I want you to introduce both of you and then tell us a little bit about the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Absolutely, and before we make introductions, I just want to start off by thanking the Merrimack Valley Chamber and also the leadership to the right of me for one, always going above and beyond for the surrounding communities and supporting the small businesses and also families in need. I mean, we really are grateful to have leadership in place that does a great job. And my name's Javier Bruestor. I'm the executive director at the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Haverhill, and this is Maria Rodriguez. She's the marketing manager at the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Haverhill. And again, just truly honored to be here, and I really want to thank everyone who contributed towards this toy drive, and really is supporting our mission to support the kids in the Haverhill community. I mean, we see over 300 kids, and this couldn't be any more timely because tonight is actually our annual holiday party from 5 to 7, where we'll be helping out 120 kids, you know, get some gifts, get plenty to eat. Santa will be coming by. The Grinch might make an appearance as well. So it'll be a great time, a fun environment, and again, just really truly grateful because we couldn't do what we do with our partners. And again, this is just very timely, and we're just so honored to be here and to be the recipients for these gifts.
Well, we really appreciate the work that you do. It is so important and so easy for us to support because it really is transformational in the lives of kids. And you know, we think about all the different things that you do, and at the holiday season, you turn your attention to making the season a little bit brighter, and that's great. So tonight at the party, is it going to be the Grinch before his heart got bigger or after his heart got bigger?
Well, we'll find out. Hopefully the gifts are still there, you know, with the Grinch arrives. We'll see what mood he's in. But again, just thank you guys. As a former club kid, something, you know, so simple as getting a basketball goes a long way. I mean, I remember as a kid getting a basketball and growing to love the game at the Boys and Girls Club, and because of that, I was able to play college basketball, right? So who knows what someone's going to get as a gift, whether it's a Lego set or just an awesome toy that, you know, just inspires them to be something greater, you know, so really thank you guys.
Well, thank you. And Maria, this has got to be a very exciting time over at the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Absolutely. This is my favorite time of the year. To see the faces of all of our members who receive a gift, that is just the best feeling in the world. So we're so thankful for this donation.
Well, it's wonderful. And tell us, either of you, what are the hours in Haverhill at the Boys and Girls Clubs? Because I know that you have good hours for folks to come. And also I know that young people become members of the Boys and Girls Clubs. So tell us a little bit about that. Maria, why don't we start with you? What are the hours at the Boys and Girls Clubs?
Yeah, so we are actually open during the morning. Our lobby opens at around 10, 11 a.m. and we stay open until 7 p.m. so that way families have an easier time, you know, picking up their children right after work. So we try to help facilitate that. Our after-school program starts right after school, so the buses usually arrive between 2:30 to 4:30. That's when they all come from all around the city. And then we have all of our different programming, which our members can attend and be a part of.
So those hours are so important to be able to give folks, kids, a place to go.
Absolutely.
Both, you know, in the morning and the afternoon. It's absolutely wonderful. And Javier, I know one thing that is interesting about the model of the Boys and Girls Clubs is that kids become members. And can you tell us a little bit about how that works?
Yeah, absolutely. So we see kids ages 6 to 18, so we cover all ages in the public school system, and yeah, you come by and you still get your membership card just like you did back in the day. It's a great tradition where you sign up, you get your membership card, your name's on it, you get scanned in, and you get an opportunity to be a part of a family, right? And you know, especially during the holidays, something that's very important is just feeling part of a family, feeling like you belong, and that's what it's all about, the Boys and Girls Club. It's really just being one family and belonging.
Fantastic, and that is so important to have that sense of belonging, that sense of community, and you all do such a great job with that. So we're going to kind of wind down a little bit here, and I just want to see if you want to give folks a holiday message. But before we get to that, if folks want to contribute, how do they do that? They can still do it, correct? How do they do it?
Absolutely.
Yes, so because our lobby is open at 11 a.m., you can drop off toys from 11 to 2 p.m. We do prefer before the kids get there so it's not so hectic for you. If you want to donate outside of those hours, please call our front desk at 978-374-6171.
Okay, well, let's get that number again.
That's 978-374-6171.
And the address.
55 Emerson Street in Haverhill.
Wonderful. Maria and Javier, thank you so much again. We appreciate what you do every day, and we particularly appreciate it now. It's wonderful to have you with us.
Thank you.
Senator, we have another speaker that Tom's going to introduce.
Yes,
He's on the phone.
yeah,
All right.
he's on the phone right
Take
now.
it away, Tom.
I retired back in April, and my replacement was Bobby Brown. He's a mechanic for the MBTA, very active in his union 264, and he's actually the treasurer for our labor council. And he's the new labor liaison, and he kind of picked out all these. He picked out the unicorn. And Bobby's done a great job, and he's really helped out a lot in Haverhill. We've done a lot of food drives. He's actually on the planning board at Haverhill. He's really a great kid. And Bobby, say a few words and introduce yourself.
He's on speaker.
Yep.
Bobby.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Just wanted to say hello and wish everyone a happy holidays and kind of talk a little bit about our super group that I always love to talk about between the United Way, the Merrimack Valley Labor Council, and the Merrimack Valley Chamber. We've been very successful with our food drives in the Merrimack Valley and taking care of some folks that could use an extra hand. And that continues. And I'm so happy. I wish I could be there with you guys today to see the smiling faces later on this afternoon. But hopefully I did an okay job getting the toys.
Bobby, you did a great job. There's a great big pile of toys here, and it's going to make so many kids happy in the holiday season. And we really appreciate your work with that. And we look forward to having you with us in person as well in the future.
Absolutely. I very much appreciate that. And I wish you all a happy holidays. Thank you for everything you
Thank
do.
you, Bobby.
Thank you, Bobby.
Thanks, Bobby,
Thanks,
very,
Bobby.
very much.
And thank you.
All right, and now we're getting ready for the big finish here, and of course, coming on for the big finish is none other than Joe Bevilacqua. So if you're watching at home, get your notepad ready. He's going to tell you about 100 different chamber events that are happening, but most of all, he's going to tell you about the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce.
No,
and Joe,
no.
thank you so much.
First, let me say thank you to Senator Tarr and to our representative. You know, I tell people this all the time. We don't just see them for photo ops. We see them and talk to them all the time. And if we don't talk to them directly, we talk to the staff. So we're very fortunate here in the Merrimack Valley to have such great legislators. And I can't tell you how important that is for us. When we got a call from Cal Williams asking, is the toy drive going on? You know, Michael and I were obviously concerned because the radio station we knew had disappeared. We really weren't sure what the senator was doing. And like within seconds later, by coincidence, we get a call from the senator's office saying, we still want to do the toy drive. Are you part of us again? And Michael said, absolutely. And so working with Mary Ann from his office, we were able to put this together, working with the United Way and working with the Central Labor Council. And I want to tell people this, I mean this in all sincerity, Senator, there is not a stronger bond between a Chamber of Commerce, a nonprofit organization like the United Way, and a union organization. And we've stood in the snow in Haverhill, for example, for the for the food and clothing drive, with the union people, with the United Way, with the chamber people, and we just worked together. And when we heard that you wanted to do the toy drive again, obviously we were overwhelmed because it would have been so easy for you to simply say, no, we're done. But we immediately thought of the Haverhill Boys and Girls Club because we know the great things they do. And one thing that we all know is as you mentioned and you've mentioned continually, is the need keeps growing and growing and growing. So we're just proud to be part of this. We've already confirmed for next year. And this wouldn't happen without our legislators and without the Labor Council, and obviously a great, great organization. And so we want to make sure that the toys go to an organization that will give them to kids that really and truly deserve them. And I know that in Haverhill. And I'm a former club member, by the way.
Wow.
When I was in the club, they had little slate tickets. That's how you had a card that was actually punched on slate. So that was a little time ago. But I know how good a job they do. And Senator, again, I want to say thank you to you because whenever we call upon you, you're always there for us. And Cal is so disappointed he couldn't be here. Bobby Brown is so disappointed he couldn't be here. And Tom says he's retired, but let me tell you, Tom is at every food drive, every diaper drive, every clothing drive we're involved with, and so he's never going to retire. As is you. I mean, you're everywhere we need you to be, our state representative, and obviously now with the Boys and Girls Club, our new friends, and we've already have a nonprofit selected for next year. We've already told them that we're going to be doing this drive, so we look forward to it. And I'm amazed at the variety of toys that are here. So the kids are going to have a great time. And again, we want to say thank you to you. Am I right, Michael?
Of course. And they get the Grinch, you get the unicorn, and we get Joe. So.
Thank you. Well, Michael used to work with us. But we want to say thank you. And I want to say thank you to Mary Beth, who's part of our chamber, obviously, and Michael and Mary Ann from your office, because they put this together. And literally, it went together smoothly, seamlessly, and this is the result. When people work together, as you know, Senator, when people work together, and no one cares about getting credit for themselves, this is what happens. And you're the leader of this, and I want to say thank you once again.
Well, thank you, Joe, so very much. So, and I want folks to know that Joe has coffee and donuts here for everybody. He's a good host. And I want to remind folks that when we reached out to the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce and said, we're going to try to keep this going, we're going to try to keep the spirit and the mission alive, there wasn't a moment's hesitation. And we really, really do appreciate that. This is a busy chamber. It's a big chamber. They have a lot to do. But Joe, you and your team always find time to help people out in the holiday season.
As Thomas talked about, as Bobby Brown's talked about in Cal, we've done 7 food drives, clothing drives, diaper drives throughout the region. As Javier said, we're going to be doing some things together with the Boys and Girls Club in the course of the year. So what you've created, is you've created, and the representative, you've created a partnership so that more happens. It doesn't just end here. We've already talked about an idea that we're working on in terms of helping these kids advance into a carear. So this is just the beginning of a partnership of activity. So we want to say thank you again for all of you. And again, knowing how far away you come from in Gloucester, the fact that you came here in person when you could have done a phone call and said, I can't come, but you're here, Bruce, and that's why you are the person you are. So we want to say thank you. And again, to our state rep who's here. We know the schedules you have, and we're just very appreciative because you care about the kids.
Well, and we appreciate you, Joe, and your leadership. And it's so important to have someone who gets involved, like you, like Michael, everybody that says, we're going to make this happen. Let's talk about how we need to do it.
We're part of the community. Yeah. And in our community, obviously, we're a big chamber. We're in every community. But we've got partners. We've got you as legislators, and you know how often we talk to you. We've got the Central Labor Council, who's fantastic. We've got Cal with the United Way. Michael and I are both board members of the United Way. And then we've got partners like this, like the Boys and Girls Club, that will actually help kids. And in today's day and age, we all, we read the newspapers, we see the news on TV. These kids need help and get. But I want to recognize our 2 cable systems.
Yes, please.
Because we have North Andover and we have Greater Lawrence, and they're here, filming this as a service. And this was literally like last minute. We got them, but they said no. This is an important community event, and we want to say thank you to them because getting the word out is so important today. And we want to get good news out.
Absolutely.
We've all seen the bad stuff, so thank you.
So definitely, North Andover Community TV, Greater Lawrence, you all are so important to the community, and you do so many good things every day, and we do appreciate your being here last minute, and it's going to make a big difference. So it's getting to be about time for us to wrap up.
Oh yeah, we got to, because now we have to carry these toys out to the car so they can bring them to the Boys and Girls Club, and Cal Williams is going to try to come on Monday. He's got a trunk full of toys. We're going to try to get those to him on Monday as well. But these toys have to now go in a bag, or bags. Actually, there's like 7 bags.
We have to wrap up so they can get them.
Right. So they have to. They've got to get them to the club.
All right. So before we do that, I want to say thank you to Mary Ann Ney from my office who helped to coordinate this stuff. Thank you very much.
And Mary Beth from my office.
And Mary Beth. Let's get and Michael. We're on the M's. Is there anybody that doesn't have their name begin with the M? And Representative Wynn and I want you to know that we have some new legislative colleagues, and we look forward to inviting them to be here with us next year.
And we look forward to working with them, with the new state reps and with the new senators. And as you know, we're an all-inclusive chamber. We're one of the few chambers that work together with the legislators. We don't want to fight with you. We want to work together, because if we work together,
I wouldn't want to fight with you.
But we work together and we get things done, and we look forward to a great year in 2023. So
well,
thank you.
We do too. And it's time for us to, all at once, let's see if we can do it. First of all,
Tom, get in
thank
here.
you for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And so, on the count of 3, we're all going to say, we got to close in a little bit.
Michael, get in closer.
We're all going to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays,
yes.
okay? So 1, 2, 3.
Merry Christmas